Hey Floss Tube, it's Ellen. Welcome to episode 5 of Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. It's going to be maximum, it's going to be cross stitch, but it will not be an hour. Welcome back. Welcome to new people. Always happy to say hello to new people. Thank you to new subscribers and commenters. I must apologize for not responding to any of the comments. I got something like almost 500 comments on the last video and I could not keep up. So I hearted everything and I read everything, but I wasn't able to reply to everything because it was just a little overwhelming for my little stitchy heart. But thank you, I really appreciate it, and I love hearing from everybody. It's really cool. Anyway, so I've had a great couple of weeks. I did the 24 hours of cross stitch, and I did more than 24 hours. I did it over 3 days, really, from Friday morning of the 4th until Sunday evening on the 6th. So I think all told, I got about 35 or 36 hours in, because I basically stitched over 12 hours every day with, well, I think I stitched 15 hours every day with breaks for going to the grocery store, having dinner, bathing, that kind of thing that allows me to participate in polite society. Anyway, I got a lot done and I really loved it. And I loved just having that sort of psychological freedom to just sit on my butt and stitch for 36 hours if that's what I wanted to do. And that is indeed what I wanted to do. So thank you, Jen Lee, for giving us all an excuse to just do the thing we love and call it a challenge. I just call it fun. Anyway, yeah, so I did that, and I know there were a lot of other people out there who did that too, and I really enjoyed watching the Instagram stories and Instagram feed full of people's progress as they went along in that weekend. Yeah, so a couple of shout outs. Speaking of Jen Lee, her partner Brendan is now doing his own floss tube, and he's got one out, and his floss tube name is Ujaviji. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, Brendan, but it's Ujaviji, and yeah, I think we all need to go and show him some love because he's a male stitcher, and we've got to welcome them with our open arms, don't we? So yeah, so go say hi to Brendan at Ujaviji. I watched a couple of new ones, but I forgot to write them down. But I was watching Carolyn from the Stash Sisters, her most recent video. She went on a house tour of Tanya Brockmeyer from the Scarlet House. She's the designer for Scarlet House. You all know this. Anyway, she gave us a tour of her sampler wall and her workroom, and it's so fascinating and so interesting. You really should go and check it out. Yeah, the Stitch Sisters. Oh, Stash Sisters! The Stash Sisters. Every video I will make an error. At least I caught this one. The Stash Sisters. Carolyn. Anyway, go check it out. Also, Tanya talks about an upcoming collaboration with Beth Twist, which I am very interested in learning more about. So Beth, if you're watching this, maybe you can just tell me what it is now, because I'll buy it. Take my money. Happy Floss Tube anniversary to the Sunshine Stitchers and to Emily B. Eclectic Possessions. Happy Floss Tube anniversary to you guys. I can only dream of getting, doing as many videos and having as much fun as you guys seem to have. So cheers to you guys. Here's a new segment. Speaking of calling the Stash Sisters the Stitch Sisters, which is wrong, I have a new segment in which well, here's my new segment.
I'm super sorry, I totally suck.
In my last video, I forgot to mention when I was in Cincinnati meeting Nicole Buckeye Stitcher and Lynn X Stitch and Melissa. I forgot to mention that I met Jen Spooneroonie. How could I forget that? I didn't forget it because when I was talking about it, I was seeing you, Spooneroonie. Anyway, I met her. It was awesome. and I've given her one of my kidneys just because I thought she might like to use it or use it in a finish by way of apology. Anyway, so yeah, I suck. Also, I wanted to apologize to Julia, the Stitcher Girl podcast. I called her the Stitch Girl podcast in my shout out from last week. So it's Julia, the Stitcher Girl, G-U-R-L podcast. She was my shout out from last week. So she's getting 2 because I screwed up last week. Sorry, Julia. And I hope that the full moon has passed by the time you see this, if you do. Mwah. Okay, I think now is the time to do my 1,000 subscriber giveaway for His Eyes on the Sparrow, and I'll just insert a little video of that here. Hey Floss Tube, just here to do my giveaway for my 1,000 subscriber mark. Yay for that. So the draw is for this pristine copy that hasn't even been chewed on by my cat. His Eyes on the Sparrow by Beth Twist Heartstring Samplery. So I have entered the URL into the random comment picker. I've filtered duplicate users, filtered comments based on a specific text, which was potato. Let's do that. We have 285 unique commenters. So let's do this. Who's it gonna be? Karen Johnson, you have won. Potato, thanks for another great video. My wish list just got a little longer, or maybe a lot longer. Karen Johnson, you are the winner. Please send me an email to maximumcrossstitch@gmail.com, or you can contact me on Instagram. My Instagram channel is called Elpoo is Here, ELPOOISHERE. And if you can let me know within 2 weeks, I will send that off to you. Karen Johnson, yay! So congratulations, Karen. I hope that you like it. Get in touch with me as soon as you can, and I will fire that off to you. All right. Let's do some old finishes. I'm going to show you a little tour of some big-ass projects that I've done, just 3, and I've inserted a little video of that here. Hello, hello. Here's the tour of my big-ass projects. This wall hanging is designed by Maggie Lane. It's done in wool. It's very big. There's a door next to it to give you some context. The background is done in brick stitch in wool, so it went a lot faster than it would if I was just doing straight old stitches. The finishing was done by a friend. It's a little bit crooked, but I do not care. I love the way it looks. Has a few specialty stitches. I'll let you zoom in on it's very dusty, but wool is like that. Weird little specialty stitches. And oh, look, places where I forgot to do stitches. Isn't that great? This would be a beautiful cross stitch piece. With the background just, left plain but doing the top, and then just sewing on some dark fabric on the top. So maybe I'll do that someday, because it was the background that took the most time, of course, but it's a gorgeous piece. This next piece is a rug. This was actually my very first sort of real needlepoint project that I did. It is from a kit by Annabelle Fox. I started with this panel right here called Persian King. And if you look close, and if you come here and you look close, I seriously will cut you. But you can see how poorly I put it together because I didn't know what I was doing. I really just sort of was doing what I thought you did, and I didn't know how to join things together, and I didn't stretch them before I joined them. So it's a bit of a problem. Anyway, it's beautiful if you don't look too close, or if you look too close. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's beautiful. You can't get this pattern for love or money. Even if you search the internet, the only thing you will find is my posting of it on Pinterest. I have no idea. Annabelle Fox is, of course, a knitwear designer, a knitting pattern person, and I think she has a line of wool, but I'm not sure. But her needlepoint presence is gone. It's like it never happened, and I know that that's not true. So I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, there's my Persian carpet that I made. Took me about 2 years. Another big project that I did is this East Light chair. The chair was made by either my great-grandfather or my great-great-grandfather in the 1860s, 1880s. Anyway, well over 100 years, coming up on 150. The pattern is by, I believe it's Elizabeth Bradley, Repeating Roses. It's done in wool. And this is what happens when you have cats and needlepoint that take you months and months and months to do. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, look over here. Oh, isn't that special? It's like felted wool, only it's not. Anyway, and the upholsterer actually put the back on upside down. Anyway, I don't know if I'll ever redo it. I think I'll just let it look very lived in and loved by cats. I usually have it covered with something just so that it doesn't get any worse. But I have a matching chair upstairs, so maybe I'll do a cover for it, but keep it more protected. Thank you, cats. All right. Well, that was frightening to see what can happen to beautiful things when you have animals, because you can't have nice things, but they are delightful. They are delightful. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. And my Blue Mountain teacup. Not Blue Mountain, Blue Willow. What the hell is wrong with me, people? All right, works in progress. The cat sampler. My sweet lover, Beth Twist. I would be done this. I would have finished this in the 24 hours of cross stitch, but for lacking about 3 threads worth of Oscar week's dye work that I need. But this is how far I got. So I'm basically done, except for this one patch of grass where the cat is sitting. So it's going to be like maybe an hour or 2 of stitching right there. But everything else is done. And it's all in the called for. The only thing I did differently was I outlined a little cat in the window because I don't do French knots and I couldn't do his eyes or his nose in French knots because French knots are just bullshit and we all know that's true. Look at that. I love it and I'm going to have it framed. I don't get a lot of stuff framed because I'm cheap and lazy, but that one I will. My next work in progress, Tired Trio. Oh my God, it never ends. How can something so small take so long? It's because it's on 40 count and I'm not a 40 count gangster. Not like Brenda and the Serial Starter. You guys, do you use some kind of magnification or something? How do you work on things that small? I love what you do and I want to know how you do it. Do you have like the kind that you put like on glasses, or is it like a visor you put on, or do you just do it because you have amazing eyesight and I want to kill you? Let me know. Anyway, Tired Trio. I've got a little bit done. Oh, wait. Little bit more done. Got the flowers at the bottom. I can only do a little bit at a time on this because it is on 40 count, but it's not bad. If you get really close up, you can see absolute crap. The 1/1 is in the faces, and I'll never do that again. At least not on 40 count. But it's pretty cute. I'm not chomping at the bit to do a 40 count project again unless someone tells me how to do the magnification thing, because I love the way it looks, but it makes my eyes water. It's not good. Do not like. Okay, so those are my works in progress. Finishes. Because of the 24 hours of cross stitch, I did get quite a few finishes. I got my rosewood manner done. So here it is. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna insert a little video of it for a close-up because I need you to see that, because I need you to pat me on the back because I'm so great. Here we have my finish on Rosewood Manor Inspiration. I'm gonna do a close-up. My stitches aren't amazing. They're okay, you know? I don't use a laying tool. I probably should, but I didn't. Anyway, it's pretty gorgeous. And after I finish filming this, I'm taking it to be framed in all of its glory. I love it. Well, let's get a close-up on that little village. Little do they know the horrors of life that are going to befall them. There we go. Also in 24 hours of cross stitch, I finished the Lindy Stitches Ex-Girlfriend. I got the pattern as a part of haul, but I started it the day it arrived, so I don't have it to show to you, but here it is. It's finished, and she's magnificent. Look at her. I also ordered all the finishing things that she had on her model, the Lindy Dot create stuff. Yeah, I think that's what it is. The pom-poms and the ribbon and stuff, and I'm going to have it finished exactly the same. And I have a feeling I know exactly who this is going to, because it needs to go to someone. And I don't think this is Halloween. I think this is gorgeous year-round. Anyway, okay, so there's that. And then I did the cat sampler, Ex-Girlfriend, and Rosewood Manor. That was all my 24 hours of cross-stitch finishes, although cat sampler wasn't finished, bloody blah. And then on Friday, I started this one. Mice in the Sewing Room by Brenda Gervais. And then I finished it. I did it in 12 hours maybe of non-stop because I'm relentless. I enjoyed this. This was cute. And again, I didn't do the French knots, because what are French knots? Bullshit. This is really cute. I don't even sew. I can't sew. I wish I could. I wish that it was a skill that I had, but I cannot sew for love or money. So I finished that. And then I started The Cat and the Moon by Brenda Gervais. I started that yesterday. And then I finished it yesterday on Murky. Isn't it great on Murky? Yeah. I made a couple little mistakes, but I'm not going to tell you where they are because you're not going to be able to see them. If you can't see them, then we're not going to talk about them. I love him or her. It's like my cat Mickey. This is more Halloween because of the, the orange and the murky fabric, but this was fun to stitch on. And I had to use 2 pairs of glasses, even though this is only 32 count because of the darkness of it. Maybe I need new glasses. Maybe I need a new prescription. Anyway, so those are my finishes. Yay! All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, right. Now that I finished this, Mice in the Sewing Room, I'll pass the stash. If anyone wants to do this, I'll do a draw for it. The pattern is perfect. Just notice that there is a bend in the picture. There is that little flaw. So if you don't mind that, then I'll do a little draw for this, pass the stash. Because I don't sew. Maybe you do, maybe I'm jealous of you, maybe that's a skill you have that I'm jealous of. So maybe in the comments, talk about a skill that you wish you had or that you have, and I'll look for the word skill. So if you want to stitch the mice, tell me about a skill that you have or that you wish you had. My skill is that I wish I could sew. I wish I could make little project bags and finish all my projects up like everybody else does in the cross-stitch world. But I have better things to do, like nothing. I really should learn how to do it, but I'm not a perfectionist, and you need to be a perfectionist. Mice in the Sewing Room, skills, or skill. Haul. So I got the ex-girlfriend as part of haul and a bunch of threads. And then I also got this. Take my money back twist. I may actually, I don't want to use that motto. I haven't opened it up yet, but I think there are other options for mottos. And she does say that you can contact her and pay her to chart you a new motto. So I'm going to come up with something me-ish that I think will be pretty. I like the colors. It's Beth Twist. Can't go wrong, right? Yeah, I've got more things coming. More things. I've got something coming from Threads Entwined, something coming from 123, and I ordered from a Canadian online store, just to see what they're like. So far, Threads Entwined and 123 are a little bit better as far as customer service goes, but I'm not pulling the plug on the other store just yet. I do 3 times you're out with stores. If I think the service is bad the first time, I still will try if it's convenient. Second time, okay. And the third time, if I'm not happy with the service, I don't go back. Doesn't matter what happens, unless they have new owners or something. But anyway, so yeah, Threads Entwined, I'm really impressed with her. She gets things out really fast and there's really good communication. I really like Trish from Threads Entwined. I think we should all go and shop from here. Actually, why don't we say that November 5th, remember the 5th of November is going to be buy something from Threads Entwined Day. No reason. There's no deal. Just go and buy something from her. I'm telling you to, and that means that you can spend some stitchy money. I give you permission. Okay, that's it. This is a very short one. Yay, right? Anyway, my plans are continue working on construction next door. I'm going to continue working on the Tired Trio and maybe finish that damn thing. I am going to, there's one I was going to start. Let's see if I have it here. I might start this. So I have it kitted up. Brenda Gervais, Jolly Happy Soul. I got this. This was one of the first things I bought. About like from when I started doing cross stitch and watching Floss Tube and going down that rabbit hole with y'all. This is one of the first things I got because I think, who did I see stitch it? I can't remember. Anyway, maybe start that. And as soon as I get my order from Trish, I'm going to start the pinks because I still have some murky left over from doing the Cat in the Moon. And I'm very excited about that because I really want to do this. Also, I will be starting His Eyes on the Sparrow. I've got a big schwack of doubloon linen coming from, oh, I can't remember if I got it from, yeah, I did get it from Trish. So as soon as that arrives, I'll be starting His Eyes on the Sparrow, and I'll actually even be putting it on scroll rods like a real professionals. And we'll see how that goes. I might not like it, but I have a big frame, so we'll see. Anyway, that's it. I don't have anything else to tell you other than happy to see you, happy to catch up with all my Floss Tube buddies. Again, if you want to do that most in the sewing room, the code word is skill. Use it in a sentence. Please be 18. Please don't say giveaway. I guess that's what you're supposed to tell people. It would be great if you're a subscriber. Not going to check. But yeah, mice in the sewing room, skills. And Karen, give me drop me a line with your info so I can send off His Eyes on the Sparrow to you. Anyway, until next time, rock on. Bye.